The history of toilets is an intriguing journey through human ingenuity and evolving hygiene practices. From the early sanitation systems of ancient civilizations such as Sumer and Egypt to the modern invention of sitting toilets, this essential fixture has undergone significant transformations. These changes reflect the progress in society, technology, and sanitation. Early sanitation systems, Sumer and Egypt. Sumer, circa 3000 BCE. The earliest known toilets date back to ancient Mesopotamia, particularly in the Sumerian city of Ur, around 3000 BCE. The Sumerians developed primitive sanitation systems, which included simple pits or cesspools for waste collection. These early toilets were essentially holes in the ground lined with bricks or stones. The waste would accumulate in these pits until they were manually emptied or the pit filled up and a new one was dug. Moreover, the Sumerians exhibited remarkable ingenuity by developing rudimentary drainage systems using clay pipes. These pipes were used to channel waste away from residential areas, highlighting an early understanding of the importance of sanitation and public health. Ancient Egypt, circa 2500 BCE. In ancient Egypt, around 2500 BCE, sanitation took a significant leap forward. The Egyptians built more sophisticated toilets than their Sumerian counterparts. Wealthier households had bathrooms with limestone seats placed over containers filled with sand, which could be periodically emptied. These early toilets provided a higher degree of comfort and cleanliness. For the general populace, simpler versions were available, often consisting of wooden seats over clay pots. The Egyptians also developed basic sewer systems in their major cities. These systems involved covered drains and channels that carried waste away from homes and into the Nile River or cesspits. These advancements in sanitation practices demonstrate the Egyptians' concern for cleanliness and public health. The Indus Valley Civilization. Indus Valley Civilization, circa 2600 to 1900 BCE. Around the same time as the developments in Egypt, the Indus Valley Civilization, located in present-day Pakistan and northwest India, exhibited remarkable advancements in urban planning and sanitation. Cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro were renowned for their sophisticated infrastructure, including extensive drainage systems, public baths, and well-planned residential layouts. The toilets in the Indus Valley Civilization were often connected to elaborate underground drainage systems. These systems consisted of brick-lined channels and covered drains that efficiently carried waste away from homes and streets. This level of sanitation engineering was unparalleled in the ancient world and reflected a high degree of concern for public health and hygiene. The toilets themselves were typically simple pits or holes in the ground, often located in a dedicated room or area of the house. Some of these toilets featured a raised platform or seat, providing a more comfortable and hygienic experience. The waste would be flushed away using water, which was channeled through the drainage systems to nearby rivers or cesspits. Ancient Greece and Rome. Ancient Greece, circa 6th century BCE. The ancient Greeks further advanced the concept of toilets. By the 6th century BCE, public latrines had become a common sight in Greek cities. These communal facilities consisted of stone benches with holes, positioned over running water to carry away waste. The Greeks also used chamber pots in their homes, which were emptied into the streets or nearby rivers. These chamber pots were often made of ceramic or metal and were designed to be portable and easy to clean. The Greek emphasis on public health and hygiene extended to their public baths, which often featured advanced plumbing systems. These baths were equipped with hot and cold running water, as well as sophisticated drainage systems to ensure cleanliness and sanitation. The Greeks understood the importance of maintaining public health through proper sanitation and made significant strides in this area. Ancient Rome, circa 1st century BCE, 5th century CE. The Romans, however, are often credited with revolutionizing sanitation. By the 1st century BCE, they had developed extensive public latrines, aqueducts, and sewer systems. Roman public toilets, known as foracae, were large, multi-seater facilities with marble or wooden seats. Waste was flushed away by a continuous flow of water, often sourced from nearby aqueducts. These public toilets were social spaces where people would gather and converse while attending to their bodily needs. The Romans also introduced the concept of toilet paper, using sponges on sticks called tersorium. These sponges were kept in a container of vinegar or salt water for cleaning and reuse. The use of sponges provided a more hygienic alternative to the previously common practice of using natural materials like leaves, moss, or rags. Roman engineers designed and built extensive sewer systems, such as the Cloaca Maxima in Rome, to carry waste away from urban areas. These sewers were constructed with stone and brick and featured advanced hydraulic engineering to ensure efficient waste removal. The Roman emphasis on public health and sanitation was evident in their extensive public baths, which were equipped with advanced plumbing and drainage systems. The Middle Ages. Europe, circa 5th, 15th century CE. The fall of the Roman Empire in the 5th century CE led to a decline in public sanitation infrastructure in Europe. During the Middle Ages, sanitary conditions worsened significantly. Toilets in castles and manor houses were often simple holes or chutes that emptied into moats or ditches. These were known as gardrobes or privies. Gardrobes were typically small rooms located in the outer walls of buildings, with a hole that allowed waste to fall into the moat or ditch below. While this design provided some degree of sanitation, it was far from ideal and often resulted in foul odors and unsanitary conditions. In urban areas, waste was commonly disposed of in the streets or open sewers, leading to frequent outbreaks of diseases such as cholera and dysentery. Public latrines were rare, and people often used chamber pots or simply relieved themselves in public spaces. The lack of proper sanitation infrastructure contributed to the spread of diseases and posed significant public health challenges. Efforts to improve sanitation during the Middle Ages were limited, and the lack of centralized planning and resources hindered progress. However, some medieval cities did implement rudimentary waste management systems, such as the construction of cesspits and the employment of gong farmers to remove and dispose of waste. These early attempts at waste management laid the groundwork for future advancements in sanitation. The Renaissance and early modern period. Renaissance, circa 14th, 17th centuries. The Renaissance period saw some improvements in sanitation. In the 16th century, Sir John Harington, an English courtier, invented a flushing toilet for Queen Elizabeth I. Harington's device, called the Ajax, featured a valve that released water from a cistern to flush waste into a cesspool. Despite its innovation, the Ajax did not gain widespread popularity. Harington's design was ahead of its time, and the lack of widespread adoption can be attributed to the limitations of existing plumbing infrastructure and the high cost of installation. During the Renaissance, there was a renewed interest in public health and hygiene. Cities began to implement more organized waste management systems, including the construction of sewers and the introduction of public latrines. However, these efforts were often hampered by the lack of resources and the resistance of local populations to change their habits. Early modern period, 18th century. In the 18th century, significant progress was made with the invention of the S-trap by Alexander Cummings in 1775. This design, which used a water seal to prevent sewer gases from entering homes, became the foundation for modern flush toilets. The S-trap created a barrier of water in the toilet bowl, effectively blocking the passage of foul odors and gases from the sewer system. This innovation greatly improved the hygiene and comfort of indoor toilets. Another notable development was the invention of the ballcock by Joseph Bramah in 1778, which improved the reliability of flushing mechanisms. The ballcock regulated the flow of water into the toilet cistern, ensuring a consistent and efficient flush. Bramah's design was widely adopted and laid the groundwork for further advancements in toilet technology. The 19th century, the rise of modern plumbing. Industrial Revolution, 19th century. The 19th century marked a turning point in the history of toilets, driven by the Industrial Revolution and growing urbanization. With cities expanding rapidly, the need for efficient sanitation systems became critical. This period saw the development of more advanced plumbing and sewage systems. In 1848, the British Public Health Act mandated the provision of adequate sewage and drainage systems in urban areas. This legislation spurred the construction of modern sewer networks, significantly improving public health and reducing the incidence of waterborne diseases. The introduction of piped water supply and sewer systems allowed for the widespread adoption of indoor plumbing and flush toilets. The introduction of the flush toilet, also known as the water closet, (C), became more widespread in the mid-19th century. Thomas Crapper, an English plumber, popularized the use of the flush toilet with his improvements to the design and marketing efforts. Although he did not invent the flush toilet, Crapper's name became synonymous with it due to his successful business and widespread installations. Crapper's contributions included the development of the floating ballcock and the U-bend, which improved the functionality and reliability of flush toilets. The widespread adoption of flush toilets was facilitated by the development of cast iron and ceramic materials, which were used to manufacture durable and easy-to-clean toilet bowls and cisterns. These materials also allowed for the mass production of toilets, making them more affordable and accessible to a larger population. The 20th century, innovations and standardization. Early 20th century. The early 20th century saw further advancements and standardization of toilet designs. Porcelain became the material of choice for toilet bowls and tanks due to its durability, ease of cleaning, and aesthetic appeal. Porcelain's smooth surface made it resistant to stains and easy to maintain, making it ideal for use in bathrooms. The development of the siphon-based flush system by Sir Thomas Crapper and his contemporaries provided a more effective and efficient way to flush waste. This system used the natural siphoning action of water to create a powerful flush, which helped to clear the bowl more effectively than previous designs. This innovation significantly improved the hygiene and functionality of toilets. Mid-20th century. In the mid-20th century, the spread of indoor plumbing and the construction of modern sewer systems became more widespread, particularly in urban areas. The introduction of municipal water supply systems made it possible to install flush toilets in homes, businesses, and public buildings. This period also saw the development of the dual flush toilet by Bruce Thompson in 1980, which addressed concerns about water conservation. The dual flush system allowed users to choose between a full flush for solid waste and a reduced flush for liquid waste, significantly reducing water consumption. Additionally, advancements in materials science led to the development of new materials for toilet manufacturing. High-performance plastics and composites began to be used alongside traditional porcelain, offering new design possibilities and reducing production costs. These materials were lightweight, durable, and resistant to chemical corrosion, making them ideal for use in toilets. Late 20th century. By the late 20th century, the focus on water conservation and environmental sustainability became more pronounced. Innovations in toilet design aimed to reduce water usage while maintaining effective flushing performance. The introduction of pressure-assisted toilets, which used compressed air to enhance the flushing action, allowed for significant water savings without compromising on performance. The late 20th century also saw the rise of smart toilets, particularly in countries like Japan. These toilets incorporated advanced features such as heated seats, bidet functions, air dryers, and automated flushing systems. Smart toilets aim to provide a higher level of comfort and hygiene, integrating technology to enhance the user experience. Some models even included sensors to detect user presence and adjust settings accordingly. The invention of sitting toilets. The invention of sitting toilets, also known as Western-style toilets, is a culmination of centuries of sanitation evolution. While squat toilets have been used for millennia in various cultures, the sitting toilet gained prominence in Western societies during the 19th and 20th centuries. Advantages of sitting toilets. Sitting toilets offer several advantages over squat toilets, including greater comfort, accessibility for individuals with mobility issues, and improved hygiene due to reduced contact with surfaces. The ergonomic design of sitting toilets also promotes better posture during use. This design reduces strain on the legs and back, making it easier for people of all ages and abilities to use the toilet comfortably. The widespread adoption of sitting toilets was facilitated by the standardization of plumbing systems and the establishment of building codes that mandated their installation in new constructions. As cities grew and modern infrastructure developed, the demand for more comfortable and hygienic sanitation solutions increased, leading to the widespread use of sitting toilets. Global adoption and cultural differences. While sitting toilets became the norm in most parts of the Western world, squat toilets continued to be widely used in many Asian and African countries. Cultural preferences and traditional practices played a significant role in determining the type of toilet used in different regions. However, globalization and increased international travel have led to greater exposure to different types of toilets, resulting in a gradual shift towards the adoption of sitting toilets in some areas. Modern sitting toilets. Today, sitting toilets are the standard in most parts of the world, reflecting advancements in technology, public health, and societal preferences. Modern sitting toilets come in a variety of designs, ranging from basic models to high-tech smart toilets. Features such as dual flush systems, self-cleaning mechanisms, and touchless flushing have become increasingly common, enhancing both hygiene and convenience. Manufacturers continue to innovate, focusing on sustainability and water efficiency. The use of low-flow toilets, which use significantly less water per flush, has become more prevalent in response to growing concerns about water scarcity and environmental impact. Additionally, the integration of advanced materials and technology has led to the development of toilets that are more durable, efficient, and user-friendly. Challenges and future directions. Despite the widespread adoption of sitting toilets, challenges remain in ensuring access to proper sanitation for all. In many developing countries, a lack of infrastructure and resources continues to hinder the implementation of modern toilet systems. Efforts to address these challenges include international initiatives aimed at improving sanitation and hygiene in underserved communities. Looking to the future, the focus on sustainability, water conservation, and innovative design will continue to shape the development of toilets. Researchers and engineers are exploring new technologies, such as waterless composting toilets and decentralized sanitation systems, to provide effective and sustainable solutions for diverse environments. The history of toilets is a testament to human ingenuity and the continuous pursuit of better sanitation and hygiene. From the rudimentary pits of ancient Sumer and Egypt to the sophisticated sitting toilets of the modern era, the evolution of this essential fixture has had a profound impact on public health and quality of life. As we look to the future, the focus on sustainability, water conservation, and innovative design will continue to shape the development of toilets, ensuring that they meet the needs of a growing and increasingly urbanized global population.